What is going on, guys? Today we're taking a look at a pair of true wireless earbuds that are honestly some of the most comfortable that I have tested so far. But before we jump into the details on that, I just want to say if this is your first time to the channel, welcome to Plug and Play. If you like this video and you want to see more reviews just like it, please consider subscribing, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any other videos. But without further ado, let's jump into the review. So the earbuds we're going to be taking a look at today are called the Vodo Vibes. Now, as I do with all of my reviews, we're going to break it up into a couple different sections: audio quality, design, and then I'll give you my overall verdict of the earbuds themselves. So without wasting any time, let's talk about the audio quality. Now, obviously, audio quality is super important when you're trying to pick a pair of earbuds. If you were trying to not pick a pair of earbuds, you wouldn't care about audio quality, but because you are, audio quality is key. So if you haven't seen any of my previous reviews, you may not already know that I particularly like my audio profile well represented, mids, lows, and highs well represented. I'm not a super overbearingly heavy bass kind of guy. And honestly, in my opinion, the Vodo Vibes are some of the most clean sounding earbuds that I've tested so far. With that said, if you're a bass head, if you like deep bass, you like that throbbing, thrumming bass that kind of overbears the songs, you listen to a lot of hip hop, trap, stuff that's got really deep rumbling bass, the Vodo Vibes may not be the best for you because they don't have that ultra super deep bass. Now, if you're just like me and you like a nice, smooth, across the board representation of lows, mids, and highs, the Vodo Vibes are fantastic. One thing that I want to mention is that with the Vodo Vibes in particular, now this kind of goes across the board within earbuds, but with the Vibes in particular, the fit and the way that they secure into your ear is key to getting the best quality audio. Now you're going to probably say, yeah, that's pretty straightforward. You want the noise isolation to fit, right? You want a nice tight seal in your earbud. But with the Vodo Vibes, they're a little bit tricky, and we'll talk about that in a little bit more in the design section. So now let's talk about design. So to be perfectly honest with you, the Vodo Vibes are some of the most unique earbuds that I've ever seen or that I've tested, especially recently. They're more reminiscent of the in-ear monitors that you use for singers or artists, things like that. The ones that kind of fit the whole inside of your ear, they're kind of more in that realm as opposed to a true earbud. The shape itself is super unique. It's got the regular ear tip that you would expect when you're dealing with an earbud, but it's got this great adjustable sized little, I don't even know what you would call it, a little finger that kind of pushes up against the top of your ear, and it kind of helps keep it secure in place there. And then it's just kind of form fits the full inside space of your ear here. And what's really cool about that is that it feels really snug, it feels really secure, and strangely enough, it felt kind of comforting, which is a weird term to use when you're thinking about earbuds. Nothing else fits that ear cavity the same way that the Vodo Vibes do, and it kind of just creates a sense of comfort and security in your ear. And I don't know how else to explain it. It just feels really good. It's got a really nice smooth outer finish with where the touch controls are. The touch controls are super responsive, and I feel like when you're wearing them, if I'm looking at myself just even in the camera here, when they're so low profile because they're kind of large and they fit really snug, you can't even really see them from the front. They don't look like they're sticking out. They're not making much of a statement. If you look from the side, obviously the white are very, very easy to see, but they don't kind of just blast themselves out there, and they just feel really stinking good. Now, as I mentioned, the sound is directly connected to the design. Now let me explain how that works. So if you take a look at a close-up shot of the Vodo Vibes, you're gonna notice that there's this funnel-like protrusion. So you've got the main earbud body, right, which is the part that fills your ear. Then you've got this funnel that kind of comes out like this, and that's where your ear tip sits. Now the only problem, and this is kind of a negative in my opinion with the Vodo Vibes, is that it doesn't go very deep. So what happens is you end up putting it in your ear and realizing, at least I did when I pulled it out of the box with the medium ear tip that came pre-installed, I wasn't able to get it in there and like seal very well, right? So the noise isolation, the little rubber cup on the end wasn't really filling my ear. Normally with other earbuds, I would just kind of push it in a little bit farther and kind of wiggle it around and kind of find the way that it kind of fit perfectly. The problem with these is that they're so form fitted to your ear, you can't do that. You have no freedom to move it, adjust it, twist it, or even push it in deeper, because when you try and push it in deeper, you end up fighting against the full size of the earbud and it won't go in any deeper. So what I quickly learned is that I was getting a lot of audio, bleed. I was getting a lot of external noise coming in because I wasn't getting that good seal. And the way that I fixed that was I simply just bumped up to the large ear tip. The large ear tip plugged my ear fine and it worked perfectly. Now, if you are a small ear person and you like the small ear tips, very likely that you're gonna wanna bump up to the medium to get that fit. If you're a medium guy and you like that, that solid feel, bump up to the large. Now, if you're a large ear canal type of person, you always default to the large earbuds when it comes to earbuds, you might be in trouble here with the Vodo Vibes. Because I had to size up to get that seal, if you're large and you've got to size up, there's nothing to do for you. So you might be kind of stuck, and unfortunately the Vodo Vibes might not be the right ones for you. So the overall design of the earbud is awesome. Once you get that seal figured out, you're gonna be in great shape. But now let's talk about the design of the case. Now, when you're dealing with true wireless earbuds, one of the big things that you do have to consider are all of the features. And one of the main features is the case itself. Now, I've tried all different types of earbuds, some that have kind of rectangular boxy shaped cases, some tubular slide out cases, weird octagonal strange shaped things that are thick and wide and deep and stuff. And so I've tried a lot of different ones. And honestly, I can say that the Vodo Vibes case is one of my favorites. Let me tell you why. Overall, when it's in your pocket, it feels great. It's not super thick. It's very smooth and rounded. It's very pill-shaped when you're looking at it from the top. And it's just a compact size. Now, with the compact size, you sacrifice some battery life in here, right? So you're not gonna get those extraneous long recharge batteries that you would get in some of the bigger cases. So you have to weigh that depending on what your usage patterns are throughout the day. Smaller cases equal smaller batteries equal less charges. So keep that in mind. So this isn't going to charge the device as many times as some of the other ones will, but it will recharge the device multiple times. It's more than enough for me. It got me through an entire day without a problem. And it just fits really well in your pocket. And it's great. It's got awesome LED indicators for the charging up on the front. USB-C powered, which is great. So it's going to charge really quickly off of that USB-C power. The one thing that I will say that I'm not a huge fan of is it's kind of a smooth, almost matte finish white. And this is only a problem with the white one, for example, right? It tends to pick up dirt. So fingerprints, if you're an outdoorsy kind of person, or you've got kids and they paint and they color, any color or anything you get on your hands transfers to the case. It wipes off easy enough. It keeps clean easy enough. But if you're not wanting to go and keep this thing clean and you're worried about it looking kind of junky, you may not want to go with the white. There is a black option. You can check that out on the website as well. The other thing that's kind of nice is that just like some of the other earbuds that I've done reviews on, or that you may have seen, it's auto pairing. So when you pull the earbuds out, automatically goes into pairing mode or connects to the last connected device. You put them back in, they automatically shut up and they're shut off and disconnect. Not shut up, sorry. They shut off and disconnect. Overall, my experience with the Vodo Vibes has been positive. Once I figured out the sizing up of the ear cup issue to make sure I got that high-end audio quality, I was happy. I think they're one of the most comfortable pair of earbuds, like I said, that I've ever tried. They last me all day. I can keep them in all day. And for me, the audio profile, lows, mids, and highs, well represented. It just sounds great. Honestly, with everything that you get, the look, the custom tailored fit, they feel kind of almost Apple-like with just, how they wanted to create a feel and an experience with them. I feel like they kind of did that. And so the Vodo Vibes are very unique, and I think they're awesome. So if you're looking for a nice pair of super comfortable earbuds that last all day and that sound pretty darn good, the Vodo Vibes are a great option. As usual, I put a link down in the description below for you to check those guys out. I don't know what the current pricing is, but that link's gonna show you. But that's it for me. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, if you want to know more about them, if you want to ask any questions, please let me know. Throw them down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. That just lets me know that I'm on the right track and I'm giving you the information you want to hear. But other than that, that's it for me, and I'll see you guys next time.